Okay, everybody, welcome to the regular meeting of the Architectural Review Board for Monday, November 10th. And we gavelled in at 7:01. We'll go to item 1 first, regular business roll call. I'll call that Andre LaFerrier, Chairman, Ed Armstrong, Secretary, Denise Alec. And we'll have Kate Calderella sit in for Michael McGinnis, and Teresa is absent. And Janice Quinn is our recording clerk. I'll move the minutes to the end of the meeting, and we'll jump right into part 2. And these are referrals, which is a review. We don't vote on any particular motion. We create a memo that's sent off to zoning. So what we'll do is start with Ruita Properties, and you're here for Ren?
Yeah,
Okay.
go Ren. Okay.
Oh, we know this.
So his property is located at 711 Pike, just off of Middlesex Pike and Route 9, right on the corner here. Basically, what he's proposing to do here is build a contractor flex space. So it'll be 6 days and about 3,800 square feet, give or take. Parking, we showed there's 7 required spaces. We showed 4 within the garage, and then just 3 outside here. Lighting will be limited to just building mounted, no proposed major site lighting. And then we also provided sign that it was fully compliant. The landscaping, so we have the street trees as required. We're going to keep some of the existing buffer on the street side in the northern part of the property, and then obviously all around the perimeter as well. And then just here we have a retaining wall, obviously for the sheer mass of our volume of soil that will need to be moved to the front.
Okay. So there's no other site lighting, just the building lights? Yeah, you have them certified dark sky compliant?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's listed on our plan. So we have the spec, and it calls out dark sky compliant and full cutoff. Any other questions?
No, not really. I didn't have any problem with the additional lumens because of the structure of the housing. You know, because it's going to project down, you know, and it because there's no other lighting on the property.
Yeah.
You know, I thought we'd let that go. But if you have a question about it, by all means, mention it.
Just one detail. So on the dark sky compliance, so are you 3,000 Kelvin temperature or
Yeah.
or lower?
Yeah, I think it said 3,000 on there. Yeah,
I missed it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Great. Perfect.
yeah. That's good. It's nice and
Great.
warm,
Yeah.
soft lighting. Now that's a manufactured building.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
the same thing on
Yeah,
schoolhouse side, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, okay, fine. And you have thought of a color scheme?
Yeah, either like that, like kind of like what we talked on that
Yeah,
preliminary,
that beige and the green.
Oh, yeah.
green, beige.
Yeah, 'cause this looks nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there gonna be any other signs on the building itself, or
No.
just your tenant sign?
No,
here
just
and
the
a
tenant
number-
one.
A number on the,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
that's.
door
that's
or
fine.
whatever, nothing.
The Johnson's building. You guys.
Nice.
For
For the articulation.
Yeah, no, yeah,
I can find that rendering too, but it just kind of gives you a little bit of visual. And then the side towards Middlesex Turnpike has like a roof line built into it
Yeah.
and all that.
yeah, no, I thought the building,
Yeah,
it's a nice design for that, yeah. The only thing I found that the sign, interestingly enough, was just a little high. Your supports are limited to 6 feet. So if there's some way you can stop them roughly there, we're not talking a lot of space, but you know, to
Yeah,
be compliant, if you could run the top of the sign from side to side, that's fine. The height was fine.
Yeah. under
Okay,
8 feet,
no
right?
problem.
Posts.
Yeah, it's a bit under 8, but the post have to top out at 6 feet.
Right.
So Other than that, I'm fine. Denise?
I have, yes. You don't have any trees here.
So when we went out there, a majority of the trees were not doing so well, and Anthony can speak to that as well. So we were going to keep the healthy trees as much as we could, obviously. And then at least definitely within here, you know, there's some maples and oaks, right?
Yeah, a lot of them are just dead and hazardous.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot of nice small birches, but those just become firewood.
Are any of them currently screening the lot?
Well, I'm gonna try to keep some like nicer, bigger ones that are running along Middlesex Turnpike. And we're gonna use as much as we can of that whole backside for screening, yeah. That's staying upside.
And where this is, it's sitting down low too, close to the middle of the turnpike. This is a massive hill right now, so let's talk about this property. They're looking straight out over the hill. They won't-
Yeah, I think the building's actually gonna make their area look nicer,
Oh, yeah.
and it's gonna be an attractive addition to that.
Yeah, because right now it's that dead zone when you get north of that exit and that turn to go over on, the old road.
Yeah.
Just nothing there on that corner. I think that's gonna be
Mm.
a big enhancement, so. Gonna make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve, as it has been presented.
Okay, so it's a favorable.
Well, we have to send a letter
favorable
to
memo.
zoning.
Hmm?
We have to send a letter to zoning. It's
Yeah,
not a-
that's basically what it is. It's a favorable memo. We
Okay.
don't find any problems with the plan as presented, so.
Okay.
Okay,
Can you go a little bit further and say that with the building, shape and color and design, it'll enhance that area?
Okay,
yeah, that's good.
yep. Yep. Okay.
Okay, yeah, we have, it's favorable.
Great.
Okay. You're all set, Anthony.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, right?
Thank
Thank you.
Here.
Yeah, take care. We'll be in touch.
Thanks.
Oh, no, here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like-
That's right, thanks.
Anthony's last name.
Ruido,
Oh, there we go.
Ruitto. Okay, moving on to referrals. We switched. We did B first. Let's do A, Safe Harbors Marina. The floor is yours.
I think we start, so I have some photos that you guys, if you wanna take a look at.
Yeah.
Um,
I was supposed to drive down there, but I didn't.
well, now you see, well, they're all, there's several photos.
Oh.
Maybe you can like share
We need to
Summer?
share.
a
Yeah,
lot,
I-
how they are right now.
Oh, this is-
I'm very familiar with this. I've been there
Okay.
many times.
Okay.
Oh, well, that was
It's
the
a
two.
teal Oakley,
Oh, okay, so
it's not.
it's
still-
not, no, but you bought Oakley.
We did, yeah. We bought property in April of last year. Try to expand our operation, with the intent to kind of do what the previous owners put in, invest some capital into it,
Huh.
improve it,
That's kind of what they want to do.
sustainable, and kind of fill with some of the eyesores that are on there.
So this is the existing Ferry Point Marina up the street.
Is that
Oh,
We,
okay.
Yeah,
so
okay.
we designed this one for Ferry Point, we wanna, similar design. So that's
Yeah.
why I printed that
Yeah.
out, so you can get the aesthetics,
Yeah.
to the ones.
Okay,
The other pictures are of the property.
Yeah, I like
It
that.
is right now.
yeah, oh, it's not, I thought it was nicely done.
Okay.
So again, Caroline, Renee with me, Denise Thoughtful, and right now, the manager. Okay, manager, Safe Harbor, Ferry Point East. Just for some housekeeping items, we did receive positive letters from both Gateway and Harbor Management Commission. Again, we had already discussed, the existing marina up the street has constructed this pavilion.
22, I think, 2022, I'm pretty sure.
So 3 years ago. So we're looking to do something similar here as well. The existing, lot is two long outdated buildings and they're proposing to take those down, construct that new pavilion and the, northwest corner, so northeast corner of the property. This dark gray line is a previously approved seawall, that already had gone through feet. So essentially, we're taking out these yellow hatched areas and just putting beautiful pavilion. And I have Lisa's plans as well. Site parking, so we have 22 total slips, we're required 3/4 the amount, so I believe 17 spaces required. We're providing 18, and that includes one handicap space. Site lighting is restricted to, similar to what's existing, the underside of the roofed area will be lit, as well as some exterior security lighting for safety and such.
But not the cupola, will not.
No lighting.
Signage, so. So those are the new. So the exact
Size
same.
for the existing.
Yeah, so the existing photos are here, and then just the red circles. So we're putting one out by the street. Over construction, and then there's another one on the access gate over there. And then for some landscaping, we're proposing a buffer parking area and the existing wetland, which is the sand beach. It's the landscape as well. I think that is all. The purpose. No, same purpose.
Which is,
I mean, it's recreational boating and basically the same area. Right now, there's laundry there, there's, clubhouse area, there's multiple, and we're totally reducing.
You have a dumpster on site? You're gonna have a dumpster on
We
site?
do not,
Trash?
actually, we don't.
How are you gonna handle that?
We use rolling, we transport them to our main facility.
Oh, okay. And so you only have these two signs, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, because you're allowed 4 directionals. I'm directional, so. We don't have a sign problem. What about the neighbors? I see residential around the outside. How are you buffering?
Actually, so north of the property, we own the riparian rights to that. South of the property is S&S, which is commercial,
Mhm.
so it's no change of use of the property.
anything different in terms of events.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be used as an event space at all, it's.
And I know, tell me about the height difference, including the. Because it didn't, it was.
It's a little high, it's a little higher, I think, than the existing.
Yeah,
Little
well
buildings.
below the 35-foot, that we're allowed, and it's, we have so much less coverage from the waterfront.
Huge reduction. I think it's 19 feet to the peak, not, oh, I have it.
Oh, is it to the
Cupola.
Did you have 18.75?
Yeah, to the peak, that's to the peak, not including the cupola.
Not including.
Yeah. And it's everything's gonna be flood compliant.
So what FEMA zone are you in?
AE, says right here. 11.
Oh.
Oh. So basically, the underside of the roof structure is above the design flood elevation, which is 13. But we do have a utility platform that has.
Yeah, because I know we had talked about that for another site at one time in the past. What about, so this is for an exceptional use, okay, how about the riparian setback? Isn't that 100 feet? The normal setback?
I believe.
We don't have 100 feet.
They don't even have
Yeah,
it yet.
so you don't have that, so this would be the reason you're going to zoning as well.
Yep.
So, okay,
I think also Joe spoke to Chris about that.
Yeah,
Because the uses are changing, she was fine with it.
yeah. Okay, and so all your paperwork's good with DEP and Corps of Engineers and all that?
So we have a current, COP, with deep to repair the bulk, or to replace bulkhead.
Okay,
So this is all kind of in part of that entire project, right?
Yeah.
We're basically trying to take this property that's been neglected for 60, 70 years, update it, make it more sustainable, a little bit better looking from both the road and from the water.
now, everything you guys do is really nice, you know, you have deep river a lot, so, you know, very nicely done, so, okay.
Any other questions?
Any other questions? Just as long as the color temperature stays at
Yeah,
3000
lighting.
K.
How's the lighting?
It's inside,
We're basically lighting pretty much inside the
Like that.
building,
Okay,
yeah,
open just like this.
yep, that's,
keep it soft and warm.
Just to,
yeah, that'd be soft, because you're
Yeah.
right on the river, you know,
Correct.
and you're under a special,
The boaters don't want bright light.
Yeah.
They're spending the night on their
Yeah.
boat. They don't want bright light shining on the dock.
Anyway, when you're maneuvering into a dock, you really don't want that either.
yeah,
Like,
you're the first client I've ever had to look at this maximum illuminance density, so because you are where you are, it's gotta be dark, which is 0.01 foot candles max at your boundary. But since your lighting is just under,
it's not.
Yeah.
you're
And your
fine.
security lighting is gonna be pretty much aimed downward. It's not gonna be a white
No.
light. No, it's gotta be a warm color temperature. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just dark.
No
dark
more than
compliant.
4000 K
Yeah,
on security,
Right.
yeah.
And does it go off?
yeah, I was gonna say, weren't they?
So there's currently a floodlight on the property, which we're gonna probably remove. Because this will replace that. That I
Yeah.
can tell you is a lot brighter than what we're putting up. So
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Is it on at all night long?
it is, it's security lighting, but, you know, it's on a photo cell, so,
So is it a motion or is it?
no.
No.
photo.
Sunset, sun up.
So do we,
Yeah, that's fine. The security.
Yeah, lately,
You-
security is a big issue.
Yeah,
And you walk through here to get
get
to
to
the
the dock.
slips.
Yeah,
It's right through the middle,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yep.
So it's important. That's the lighting to get from the parking lot.
yeah. It's not all people watch their times on the river, come back late. So, okay,
very nice.
Carolyn? What do you want to say for me? Yep.
Say hi.
are you taking the pictures?
Unless you want Denise.
Your last name?
I have some BON
Mm-hmm,
DASSEL. Huh?
This is.
thank you.
It came out, yeah, he's just an amazing job, it's. The current really unfavorable, and looking forward to those, hopefully put this one up this winter.
Nice.
Thank you.
Again, just like the previous client, you're gonna be beautifying this area with
Yep.
this
Yeah.
new building.
Oh, yeah, and those buildings that are on the property right now.
Yeah.
I encourage you to go down and visit it.
I've been there.
they look
many-
like
It's an
post-war.
I've been there many times, yeah.
Every high tide, they're flooding, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just.
There were over, some
I had a
are
buddy
over
with-
the water.
I had a buddy at SNS for a few years, but he's no longer there.
Yeah, no, I think you did a nice job with this, so.
Very nice.
Okay, actually, I don't think we need a motion, but again,
No.
for,
Nope,
if we're in agreement, again, it's a favorable memo.
okay.
I don't think there's anything we're adding or,
Maybe
everything
s-
seems,
Just say that, well, if I could.
again, the same thing that I had mentioned before.
Suggest that the building will enhance.
Yeah.
That area.
Yeah,
Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Hear anything? Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
okay, good night now. Good luck.
Bye. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. So. What next? Okay. He's Eye Doctors, Brian Vassar, Archer Signs.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, could you tell us a little about your project?
Sure. So where Thimble Island was, Eye Doctors is going to be. So we've taken we put the signs in the same place the Thimble Island signs were. And instead of having the gooseneck lights, which will be removed, these will be internally illuminated letters. So each letter will be individually illuminated. And then there's, of course, panels on the existing monument signs. They're taking the top position there. And those are non-illuminated.
Okay, you're in zoning B1. And for wall signs, well, of course, you're allowed two. So you have one facing Main Street and the other one's facing the parking lot side.
That's correct.
Yeah, okay. There's no internal illumination. That's why the goosenecks are there.
Well, Charles Schwab has internal illumination in the same area. That's why we designed it this way.
Don't remember doing them. Neither. That was probably before the book changed.
There has been some changes.
Yeah,
What, two or three, 2 years ago?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that swap was done before that. But
Yeah,
I'm
I think
looking at-
the whole building was done before that, I believe. But yeah,
No, well,
I'm looking at
they used external illumination. That's why the gooseneck lights are there. Okay,
right.
on both ends. And let's see, did I make a note here? Yeah,
No one else in that whole development has.
that's in the
There-
other building. That other
Yeah,
building
yeah.
came later. That was done separately, but it's
That's-
also not on,
Compliments what was there.
Yeah. I don't know, what do you think?
I like the old, I like the goosenecks.
Yeah, I do too.
It's on Main
too.
Street.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the predominant building, you know. Yeah, there's no problem certainly with the tenant sign. That's basic.
Is that a code that you're not allowed to have?
Yeah,
Internal
60,
illumination?
yeah,
Yeah.
if you look at 64.5.3B in our book, it says wall sign to per occupant area, no internal illumination, first sign the lesser of 20% maximum of first wall or 50 square feet. You're okay on the Main Street size, by the way. The second sign is the lesser of 5% max of second wall. And that's one where you also measured wrong on the
Yeah.
application. You measured 20 feet high. Actually, it's only 10. So on the first sign, and you're still okay with the first one, you actually only have 900 square feet on that 90-foot width.
The building is only 10 feet high?
No, that's all you're allowed to measure. The
Oh.
building's higher than that. It's in
Oh.
it's in the code. Okay. You're allowed 10 feet, so you multiply the length, which you took 90 feet, which is the same. Because I pulled a property card, so you've got actually 91 feet, but your front sign is fine in terms of size. Your side one is a little different. That's 10 feet by that 37 feet. That's 370 square feet, which actually gives you 18 and a half square feet, not 20. So you have to reduce the size of that sign a little.
Okay. Well, if the code says we can't have internal illumination, everybody will be surprised because Charles Schwab is lit. So Charles Schwab somehow is going to enjoy a bit more visibility than every other tenant, which is unfortunate for every other tenant.
All I know is I'm looking at that page here at 64.5.3.
Just, can you mind read it out where it talks about illumination?
You want me to read it? You want me to read 64.3.10?
Yeah,
Please.
Absolutely. So 1 hour maximum illumination after close of business. And these regulations permit external illumination of signs in all districts. Must be dark sky compliant and meet the performance standards, outdoor illumination standards. It must be on a timer to shut off no later than 1 hour max after close of business. And then these regulations permit external illumination of signs.
Okay, they'll be overjoyed.
Says B1.
Yeah, this is B1 district and you're in the
Yeah,
B1
wall
district.
sign
Yep.
period, no internal illumination,
Okay.
Yeah.
2 signs per building.
Yeah, and that's in both, we're normally, on the two-part description, it would be internal illumination or no internal illumination. But if there were no internal illumination, the second sign, there's no illumination permitted at all. But in this case, the goosenecks are there, that's fine, that's existing. You can add additional goosenecks, because you have a wider sign than Thimble Island had. That's not a problem.
Yeah, they might do that. Goosenecks are just, they don't really provide much visibility at night, But if it's in the code, if it's in the code.
Yeah,
like
but
they
it's
can't
gotta
have
be
it, then
shut
they can't
off
have it.
after, it's gotta be shut after closing anyway in hours, so.
Okay, so I got 18.5 square feet on the side. I got no internal illumination. We can add goosenecks. District is B1. Sign section that applies is 64.5.3B.
Yep.
Okay.
You could
All right.
check with the land use office if you want to question the Charles Schwab sign. I'm not familiar with it, certainly, but you could check with land use, Chris's office and see what they say.
Yeah, I know it's
That's the
illuminated.
best I can
I
offer
just,
you.
no, I know it's illuminated. I'm trying to find out when it was put in. And I do have a copy of the drawings here, and it shows that the drawings were prepared originally in September of 2018. And there is a application that was put together some time ago. And I can check the date on that, but I would gather that it's probably going to be around the same time.
Yeah, see, because within the last 7 years, what was it, I think 3 years ago?
Yeah, these were
It was about
updated.
3 years ago, because Emily was still
Yeah.
here.
Right
We
there.
rewrote a lot of the code, so a lot of things got dialed down, smaller and not quite as bright.
These were 24.
Right. Yeah, it could be. I mean, like I said, it was, I'm just looking for the application, which like I said, I'm sure it's around the same time. So it would have been,
Yeah.
what is that, 5, 6, 7 years ago? And if you're saying it was written just a couple years ago, then that explains it. Well,
That's it.
yeah,
Good.
I'm just, yeah, I don't know. I just had it in front of me a couple of minutes ago, and I pulled it out of an email, and I can't find it now. So, but the drawing package that I have for Charles Schwab that was sent to me by the tenant, which I think was sent to her by the landlord, Tony. And, yeah, anyway. I can't find it right now, but it's probably dated around the same time, but I remember that sign, 'cause I believe we put it in
Yeah.
years ago.
Anthony Izzo, yeah. Okay,
So I would venture to say it's definitely more than a couple years ago. It was, it was before 2020, I know that. So,
yeah, which would have put it before the pandemic.
right. All righty, well, I'll give them the news.
Thank you.
Okay, so we should make a motion, this one we can make a motion on. To accept the application. With the requirement that there be no
It can be
internal
external,
illumination.
but that there be external illumination.
Yeah, that there be external illumination, with the ability to add additional gooseneck lighting, to accommodate the size of the sign.
Mhm.
And the parking lot sign number 2, cannot exceed, hang on here, written down here.
18.5.
18.5 square feet.
Second,
Any further discussion, folks?
No,
All in favor?
I.
aye.
Aye. So moved.
All right, thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Okay.
Thank you.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
I'm just happy something's going into the corner. I'd be happier if it was one of those signs with the red and the white. The old fashioned one.
Okay, so
It's too long.
we'll go to sign applications, item B, luxury, Angel Luxury Cuts. Want to talk about your project a little?
It's a private floor with some simple note to the
Is it in the back? It's that building on the corner, but it's not the one in the
Front.
back. It's
Is
right
it the
in
one
front.
across from the fire station?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, that's, yeah, I did some math on that one too.
Is this illuminated?
Yeah.
It is illuminated. However, we're gonna work on that one with colored background.
But you already heard the scoop on illumination.
Okay, but first of all, just, I have additional notes here. Okay, here we go. Okay, on your application here, you put just the size of the sign. Okay, you're supposed to put, and that's how we determine the size of the sign, so it does fit. But it's 240 square feet. It's 10 feet high by 24 feet wide. So it's 240 square feet. So the size of the existing box is fine. Problem is, you've got a nice design, but you've got a lot of white. Okay. And we typically do everything we can to create dark backgrounds. Okay, so what can be done there is pick a color that contrasts nicely with gold and put it in the back so that dials down that whiteness. Okay, so you have to watch the color temperature of the light. So we talk a lot about 3000 Kelvin. That's warm. That's a warm light. That's like a light bulb in the house. It's around 3000. Okay, it's warm. It's not hitting you in the eye. We don't like bright white. Okay. And then in terms of illumins, whatever it is, because what's going to happen is you're going to put, we're going to recommend that you put some type of color. I don't know what would go good with I think green is a good contrasting color, or a nice blue, some kind of a darker blue maybe.
Cornflower.
Yeah.
This sign in the night, it's difficult you see the sign, but in the morning, yeah.
So you want to color it, you're going to see it when it's not lit as well. See, that's the problem. At night, this is going to light up. Now you can only keep it on for 1 hour after you close. You have to put a timer on it. so it turns off. Okay, because right now I saw some lights over there and I saw the light off. Okay, that's fine. But when the light's on, it's very bright.
Very
Okay.
bright.
Because when that place closed, they had it on for a while before they got around to turning it off. I don't know if you ever noticed when you drove by.
No,
Noticed those things a lot. I notice those things a lot now.
And you know what, Angel?
I never
I
paid
live
any
2
attention.
doors down from you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna notice all.
So I don't know, any thoughts, Ed, on what he can,
I was thinking maybe, I mean, if you're stuck on the gold, maybe make the background gold and the letters white.
yeah, do it the other
Or
way.
even a darker, even a brown. Well, you play with it, but even, you know, a darker brown.
Goes with it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Just so there's enough contrast, as I see it,
That'd actually be very classy.
yeah, understand his point, though, that, you know, if, when the light's not on, you still have to see the sign, that's understandable. So the problem is when it's lit, you know, you can't have it.
I mean, you can make it this color right here.
Right?
It's a dark gold with white letters, white crown. Just an idea. I mean, it could be any color you want. I mean, basically a darker color for the background and with white. That way the letters are very noticeable.
Yeah,
It's better, yeah.
yeah, the sign shop can help them with that
Yeah.
quite a bit. You know, you just tell them that's the problem. You want to be able to read it in the daytime, but you have to
Yeah.
keep the light emission down at night.
So some of the gold is pretty dark, you know, that's one idea, and make it that darker color right there. Or go with any color you want for a background. I mean, like, you know, blue, green, whatever, but, you know, it just, it would just, you're essentially gonna reverse the color. So you have white letters on a darker background.
And do we know what kind of lighting, I mean, except for the fact that it's bright, do we know what kind of lighting is currently in this sign?
Is it LED? Is it old lighting? What's in it?
Strips.
I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I don't believe we don't, I mean, LED is the most efficient lighting as far as cost, you know, for electricity use. So we don't really, monitor what type of light it is, you know, what's making it, and, you know, it's up to
Right.
you.
The
It's
color.
bright, that's what I meant.
As long as it's not brighter than 3,000 Kelvin, so a sign must be dark sky compliant. Which means that the color temperature, they call it color temperature, should be no brighter than 3,000 Kelvin.
And how is Angela gonna figure that out?
He talks to a sign company.
When you
Okay.
talk to anybody about buying a light, it's always, I mean, you go into a hardware
Well, no,
store.
I know, but it's already there. It already lights up. That's what I'm,
So as long as it's 3,000 Kelvin or less, we don't care what is driving the light. It can be incandescent, incandescent,
Whatever.
no, I
Fluorescent.
get that,
yeah.
but I mean, you know, how, I wouldn't know if it's 3,000 if unless eyeballing it, so the
You'll
sign
look at the
company.
bulb.
Yeah, that's their
probably.
responsibility. That's.
Most signs, you know, that'll be
Yeah.
marked on a bulb
Oh.
that's in there. Or there'll be a placard in there, you know, with something referring to the color temperature.
Have you actually been able to take it apart? Have you taken the cover off the sign?
No, that's, let him
That-
handle that with the sign
He does
company.
it with the sign company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you
Okay.
working with the sign company?
Uh, no yet, just design the logo. So now I have to
Find the sign
be
company.
with it. I'm going for this.
Yeah. Yeah, they can direct him on the background color. You know, they know that he's going to have to project the light through the back, so there'll be luminance at night, and so they could read the contrast
I'm
between the
sure we
letters.
don't recommend. Or is there a list of sign companies?
No, we
for
don't.
Angel?
Can I just get your name?
David, Victor David Morales.
Okay.
Or
Not Angel.
everybody call me Angie.
Oh,
That's
goodness.
Got it.
my.
Calling you Angel.
Thank you.
Everybody call me Angel.
Your mother.
Fresh.
Nice.
Yeah.
But actually, in our building department book, there's been recommended vendor.
I'm gonna give a copy of this sign, word talk
Oh,
about
good.
dark sky compliance and
Thank you.
3,000 Kelvin.
Yeah.
Okay, that's for you.
It's for your size person.
Yeah, okay. Motion, wanna make a motion?
Sure, I make a motion that we approve the idea, but there's a little bit of work to be done. Is that a motion?
We approve the application as presented with the recommendation,
Thank you. That's what I recommend.
with the recommendation that a darker color background be used to shield the emission of light. And a color temperature of 3,000 Kelvin be maintained.
Do we have a hotline? If this, like, let's say the sign person isn't someone that's used to the rules and regulations. Can they call into the building department?
Yeah, they
Can
call Chris's office, yeah, they'll talk to Sarah. Very likely, unless you happen to be walking through.
So they can help.
Thank you.
Really second and doing.
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we do that with the water.
Oh, yeah, we did, actually. Yeah, that one we did.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did.
We did. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I got it.
that's where we had to be a little more careful with the wording, because he was clearly not happy.
Yep.
But that's okay. Take care, good luck.
Okay. Good
Good
luck.
luck.
Okay, and let me find the rest of the paperwork down here. Use-
Are we still recording?
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're not done with the
Okay.
meeting yet. Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Okay. There we go. Minutes, okay.
Oh.
We're moving on to minutes, and without objection, by unanimous consent, I'll just place the minutes into the record. We don't have, well,
Second.
you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's no objection, you just, boom, it's in. Thank you, Robert, your support. I do my reading. I want to find an easier way to do that. So, okay. Now the last motion we have to make is to adjourn. Would you make a motion?
To adjourn. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
All in favor? Aye.
I
Okay, wait.